Joining us now is Senator Josh Hawley. Senator, your colleagues, Ron Johnson and Senator Grassley, have talked to people in the FBI, whistleblowers, over 20 of them, that want to come forward and talk about how the FBI has been politicized and the DOJ is being weaponized. Now, you're following that story. I think it dovetails perfectly into the conversation we just had. I want to get your thoughts. Do you see the same thing? Are you hearing the same thing?
Oh, absolutely, Sean, and we're seeing it unfold in real time. And what we're seeing is an administration that cares nothing about the rule of law. They only care about abusing it. The only time they're interested in law enforcement is when they can use it against their political opponents, especially Donald Trump or anybody who supported Donald Trump. And what we're seeing is an effort by this president to use law enforcement, to abuse law enforcement, to try to criminalize, basically, the political opposition, which is half the country. And it is unprecedented in our history, Sean, and it is extremely, extremely dangerous. In the meantime, you got people like this killer in Memphis. We're seeing shooting sprees. We're seeing murders. We're seeing carjackings all across the country, Biden DOJ won't lift a finger to do anything about the crime spree that is hurting and killing Americans, but they've got all the time in the world to target their political opponents.
What did you think of Merrick Garland's, quote, reminder to people in the DOJ and the FBI that they're not allowed to talk to members of Congress, people like yourself, senators and congressmen? That sounded to me like a intimidation effort to silence people that are whistleblowers in light of Charles Grassley admitting all these whistleblowers are coming forward.
You bet it was. That's exactly what it was. And I tell you, Sean, we've had whistleblowers come to our office, give us information about what's happening, for instance, with the disinformation board, what's happening with the Afghan refugees. You got a lot of people right now who are good, honest people in government, and they can't believe what this administration's doing. And you bet, Merrick Garland and his corrupt leadership at DOJ is telling these people, you sit down and shut up. He's basically threatening them. And listen, these folks, whistleblowers, are protected under federal law. They are explicitly protected. And what we see is, once again, the Biden team saying, no, we're not going to abide by the law if it doesn't suit us. And they're trying to squelch these whistleblowers. They're trying to shut it down so they can continue to abuse our criminal justice system and abuse these institutions for their own political gain. It's wrong.
Are these whistleblowers talking about people within the FBI protecting the Biden family, and more specifically Hunter Biden and the information on his laptop? Are these whistleblowers also talking about the large extent of investigations into parents that speak out at school board meetings? Are these whistleblowers out there talking about how if it's anything Donald Trump, there's a separate system of justice in the Department of Justice? Are they saying those things?
I think we're seeing all of the above, Sean, and I can just tell you from the whistleblowers that I've seen from Senator Grassley who have come to him about how the FBI is being abused, how this Justice Department is using it to go after Trump, how they're using it to try to shield Hunter Biden. We've had whistleblowers come forward and say the Biden administration lied about the Afghan refugees, that we actually have hundreds of potential terrorists in this country because they didn't vet the Afghan refugees. They brought them into the country and just released them. We've had whistleblowers come forward about how DHS lied about the disinformation board. It's across the board, Sean. I mean, we're seeing this in all the different agencies, and the consistent theme is the Biden people are abusing the law, they're abusing the procedures, and they're doing it to go after their political opponents. They're doing it to try to cover their own tracks, and it's wrong.
Do you think Director Wray of the FBI and do you think the Attorney General are up to their job?
No, neither of them are. Both of them should go. They should both have resigned a long time ago. They should have been fired. And as to the Attorney General, I believe that he should be removed if he will not step down.
All right. We appreciate you being with us, Senator Josh Hawley.